leading by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Durant doing all sorts of things. 15 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's been an important part of his game today. He's made his open looks.
You know, the NBA is a talent league, and it's hard to win in the NBA without superstar talent. And the Thunder are fortunate to have 2 superstars in Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Those two give them a chance to win no matter who they're facing up against or where they're playing.
They've got Adams. Durant is up there with Jones. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Jackson in the shooting guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
Had a chance to check out some stats for Russell Westbrook. He's been just lighting it up recently. The stats speak for themselves. He's right around 25 points a night, 7 assists, and almost 2.5 steals. And, you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
You know, and considering the skills he possesses, that's what he's pretty much expected to bring on a night-in and night-out basis, Steve.
And you look at the star talent for Oklahoma City, the eternal what-if. Steve, how would this team be different if they'd held on to James Harden?
Well, that's the question. I mean, to have 3 superstars, they would have been unstoppable offensively. As it is, they're hard enough to guard. But, you know, that's a question that will remain, you know, forever unanswered.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He'd been turnover-free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
Westbrook kicks to Durant for the lead. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Well, they need a shot or 2 to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
Passes it to Jones. Outside Westbrook. Shoots the 3. The Thunder with another miss. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's foul number 2 for him. Dion Waiters checked in for the Thunder. Durant wide open. He fires. Drops in the tray. Durant's got the lead up to 5 now for the Thunder.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Here's Adams. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You know, he may not have the elevation or the hops. He doesn't need it, though. The big fella throwing it down anyway.
He usually does save the high flying for the little guys. Clark, you're right.
Yeah, well, sometimes it looks like he's pinned to the ground, but when he gets positioned like that, he can put it down. Well, with the way that Kevin Durant has improved over the last few seasons, you have to wonder if he has even yet peaked as a player. Scary to think, but there's still some room for growth. I think he can get stronger and develop a better low post game.
And with Durant, you really forget how young he is. He came into the league at such a young age, Clark, and was a star so quickly. It seems like he's the old vet, but he might be a year or 2 away from his prime.
Yeah, I think he's still a couple of years away from his prime when all of the physical, emotional, and mental come together at that peak point of performance. His best seasons are still in front of him, and he's had some pretty good ones behind him to this point. A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, going back a few seasons, the Thunder with a great young foundation, but they were faced with some tough financial decisions. In the end, Serge Ibaka was extended, James Harden was traded. Now most would argue that Harden is the better player, but of course, as far as fit is concerned, Ibaka, I think, was the right choice because of his defensive prowess.
For the Thunder, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Adams. Morrow comes in for Russell Westbrook. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Waiters. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Jackson's checked in.
Oh, look out.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
That's good.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it, and I think they're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
Outside Durant. Lets it fly. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through. Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with. Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
That's good. Durant's got 7 points here in this quarter. For Oklahoma City, their last game was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. In low to Ibaka. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. 6 points for Serge Ibaka.
Now, he's one of the best in the league when it comes to executing that lead pass.
Here's Jackson. Offline with his three. Lets it go from the wing. Oklahoma City gets it back. Outside Durant. Tries again. Pass tomorrow. He dishes it to Jackson. Connects from three-point range. Jackson's got 5 now. Westbrook drives in. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
And we've reached the end of the third. Thunder lead by 8. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Here's Westbrook. So the Thunder 5 right now. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Reggie Jackson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. Here's Durant. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
There have been a number of nicknames floated around for Kevin Durant. Everything from the simple KD to the Durantula. But the internet came up with a good one for him last season during his hot streak, calling him the Slim Reaper. I like them all, though.
And there's the call on Durant. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Adams. Ibaka comes in for Nick Collison. Durant's checked in for Roberson. And it's Jackson in for Dion Waiters. And the Thunder with some changes. Perkins, he's checked in for Morrow. Jones comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Andre Roberson in for Reggie Jackson.
Well, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Westbrook dishes to Jones. His three-pointer's off the mark. Thunder trailing by 10. Back to Westbrook. Here's Durant. Another shot. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Durant comes in for Roberson. And it's Jackson in for Russell Westbrook. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
That's a mammoth dunk for someone who's far from the biggest guy out there on the floor.
Yeah, perhaps that'll give them the boost they're looking for to get out of the hole here.
Yeah, it should. I mean, if that doesn't fire them up, I don't know what will.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
The defense sagged off, and, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that three.
Durant kicks to Jones. He feeds it to Perkins. Here's Durant. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Durant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires the three. No luck. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
It's astonishing to see a player, Clark, at his position who can get to the rim like that.
Yeah, he goes very vertical on you, Kevin.
And once he's up there, he's going to throw it down hard. Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
Thunder trailing by 11. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, a new award in the NBA starting 2 seasons ago, the Twyman-Stokes Best Teammate. First honoree was Chauncey Billups.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Perkins. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Jones.
How about that nice 1-2 punch there, guys? Great defensive play, and of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
And the names of that award memorializes the incredible story of Jack Twyman and Maurice Stokes. Stokes, an NBA All-Star in each of his first 3 seasons, but in a game in 1958, he took a hard fall, hit his head, and thereafter became paralyzed.
One of the saddest and most moving stories in the history of sports. Stokes was waived by the team, and his family couldn't afford his gigantic medical bills, but his teammate, Jack Twyman, worked tirelessly on his behalf. A tremendous story of love, caring, and service in a tough situation.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
They haven't wasted time getting... That was wicked!
Westbrook kicks to Durant. From outside the arc, Thunder with the rebound.
It has not been an easy quarter for them, at least offensively speaking.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Knocks down the 3-ball. Durant's got 32 points.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted to win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done.
Second shot opportunity. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
From deep. So no